Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me Brian. I'm here again with another exciting video. So today I'm not going to show you a new bot, but today it's an educative video. I'm here on this virtual account. This is my virtual account. So I've had most of you have been wanting to know how to add the Martingale split to your binary board. So today this video is a lesson. I'm here to show you how to add Martingale split to your binary board. It's a free lesson. It's a very much requested lesson. Most of you have requested for this lesson. So you request for something and I always deliver. So if you have your bot and you need to add the Martingale split feature to your bot, this lesson is for you. Just note everything that I'll be doing here, and then you can go ahead and start creating your Martingale split. So if you're new here, just consider subscribing to this channel. I gave you like 30 seconds. Let me give you 5 seconds to subscribe. Yeah, the 5 seconds starts right now. Okay, God bless you for all of you that have subscribed to this channel. Continue subscribing, like the video, hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload another video, you'll always be notified, and you don't miss any of my videos because I normally provide good videos, good educative videos, good books videos. So today is just a lesson. I'm here to show you how to add the Martingale split to your binary board. So if you have any kind of board that if any kind of board that you're using right now, may it be the board that you have purchased from me. Actually, my boards have the Martingale split feature. Most of my boards, if you have purchased the one with the Martingale split feature, good for you. But maybe for all of you who have never purchased my board and you would like to add the Martingale feature to your board so that you may be safe not to lose your money. You can just watch this video till the end and you are going to know. At the end of the video, I assure you that you will be able to create the feature to your binary bot and you start trading and avoid losing money, avoid huge losses. Yeah, the Martingale split feature is all about avoiding huge losses. You might not be having a large account, so to minimize the loss, you need to have a Martingale split feature. So I'm going to show you step by step how to add the Martingale split feature. So let me reset all these things. So everything here is reset. If you open binary account, this is the board that is normally there. This is the default board. It doesn't have any setting. So quickly, I'm going to use this default to show you how to add Martingale split feature. Yeah, and thank you for all of those who purchased the Valentine offer bot. Yeah, the offer is almost done. It's 11:37, 23 minutes to go for the offer to end deadline. Yeah, the Valentine offer. So after the deadline, just know that the bots I was selling for 1,000 for $10 now will go back to the original price of $50. So all of you have managed to get to buy the bots for $10. Just enjoy trading with the bots. Yeah, from morning after 22 minutes, because it's 11:38 p.m. So after 22 minutes from now, maybe at the time you're watching this video, yeah, it has already passed. So let me just say the offer is already gone. From now henceforth, the bot is $50. Yeah, the bot I was selling yesterday on Valentine's. Yeah, I'm just saying yesterday because by the time you're watching this video, the offer was already passed. But I'm recording this video 22 minutes to 22 minutes to midnight. So right now the offer is still available, but after 22 minutes, as per the time I'm recording this video, It is not yet. So by the time you'll be watching it, the offer will already be gone. So on Valentine's, I've been selling the boats for $10. There's a boat I showed you yesterday. I was selling it at a Valentine's offer for $10. The original price of the boat is $50. So I reduced it to $10 Valentine's offer, and the offer is already gone. The boats are originally back to $50. So for all of you managed to purchase the boat, you are so lucky. Yeah, so continue trading with the boat and continue being profitable. Just don't trade with a lower account, less than, most of the people do purchase the boat and then they go to trade on a $10 account, on a $5 account. I and my videos, I don't recommend people to go and start trading on a $10 account or a $5 account. An account of maybe 50, it's that's where the reasonable account starts to become, yeah, $50, $100, $500. So without wasting much time, let me show you how to add Martingale split to the bot. So yeah, this is how to add Martingale split to your bot. First of all, we're going to create a variable because this is the original bot, the default bot on binary.com. So we're going to add some variable called, let me add a variable called stake. I'm going to create another variable called the Martingale split itself. Martingale split, the Martingale split itself. I'm also going to add the initial stake, initial stake, initial stake. I'm also going to add a variable called total profit, total profit. I'm also going to add a variable called count loss, count loss. I'll show you how we're going to use this variable. Just don't worry about how I'm creating this. Uh, don't worry how I'm selecting this variable. I'll show you how we're going to use it. So count loss. Okay, let's start with those ones. If there will be new ones to be added, we'll add them along the way. So let's go directly. First of all, I'm going to remove this that block because we're not going to need it. We will not need it. So I'm going exactly to add the feature to this fourth block because this fourth block it is the main thing. It is the main part where we're going to add the feature. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to create we go to the logic part of it. We take if do statement, we put it there. Yeah, and then you go here to binary, click here to binary. After purchase, result is win, come put it there, changes to result loss. So if after purchase the result is loss, come here to the variable, take this change it to total loss. Yeah, use the total loss. Okay, I'm not seeing the variable here, but you can create it here. We can create that variable here called total loss. First, let's create a variable called total loss. Total loss. I see this total profit that we had created here. We are supposed to create total loss, not total profit, because there is a variable called total profit here in this platform. There is a variable called total profit here. So we were not supposed even to create it. I was supposed to create total loss, but I forgot. So we can just delete the block. So we are going to change it now to total loss. are going to use this variable total lost. Total lost. Yeah, and then change total lost by, you can come here and take a variable called stake. Change total lost by stake. So if after purchase the result is lost, change total lost by stake. So ensure that you are moving together with me. Ensure that you are moving along with me. And down here we are also going to add another if do statement. We're also going to add another if do statement where we're going to use the count loss now. If count loss, let's go to this logic first. Take this. If count loss, the variable count loss. If count loss is greater than zero, greater than zero. So you go to math, you take this one here, you come and put it there, you put zero here. Count loss is greater than zero. What are we going to do? Come to the variable here, choose this set, put it down there, change this to stake. Set stake to 0. If count loss is greater than 0, set stake to 0. Set stake to 0. Yeah. What you're going to do now here is that you're going to change this. You're going to change this, and then you're going to bring the else part, the else statement part. So you can just click here at the settings, then you grab the else, you put it down the if here, and this block down here will open. You can even close it now. So on the else part, else means now the result is win, yeah, because this statement operates on the result lost. So else means you don't have to put the result win here. Else means the result already is win. So what are we going to do when the result is win? What you are going to do, you can just come here at the variable. The variable, you can come take this change, put it there, and then you're going to change this to total lost. Change total lost by what you're going to do now is that you're going to go to the map, take this square root, put it here, change it to negative. Then you go, you will find it here. Click the binary button, click this binary, go to after purchase, then select this contract type, come put it here, change it to profit, change it to profit. Yeah, that's what it should be done. And then we are going to add another if do statement down here. Down here we're going to add another if do statement. So, and the if do statement you're going to add is that go to the logic again, take this, put it here, go to variable, take total loss. So we're going to add if total loss, take total loss, put it there. So what you're going to do now, if total loss is less than, total loss is less than 0, go to math, that one. Ensure that you're moving along with me. If you get lost, you can just rewind and see where you are lost and come back together. Let's move together. Let's move together. You can go along with me, and you can create also this as we go along. So the if do statement you have added is that if total loss is less than this, now we are going to use less than. Just ensure that you're not using the less or equal to or greater or equal to. As you can see here, I'm just using the great. Here I use the greater one, and here I'm using the less than. There is no equals to. It's strictly less than. So if total loss is less than 0, what you're going to do now is that you're going to add the variable called stake set stake set stake to 0. Set stake to 0. You can leave it at 0 for now. Set stake to 0 for now. If total loss is less than 0, set stake to 0. So what you're going to do right now is that yeah, we are done with that part. So we are going to create another if do statement below this. So we are done with this first if do statement. So below it, we are going to add another if statement below it. And the first thing, you're going to go to logic, take this again, put it there. And then you're going to use go to variable, take total loss again. If total loss is greater than, not greater than or equals to, strictly greater than. If total loss is greater than 0, total loss is greater than 0, loss is greater than 0, what are we going to do? The do statement, we're going to change count loss variable here, change count loss by 1. Yeah, leave it like that. Change count loss by 1. And we're going to have another to add another if do statement down here. If so, we go to logic again, we take this if count loss, we take the count loss. If count loss is equals to, if count loss is equals to 1, go to math, we take that 1. If count loss is equals to 1, the do statement that you're supposed to add here is set stake to set stake the do statement that you're about to add there is set stake to, you can go to math here, take this, yeah, put it here. So what we're going to do here is that now we are going to introduce the part where we are going to introduce the martingale split. So you can watch here clearly, don't make a mistake. This is the most crucial part, the most important part of this video. So watch here clearly and don't make a mistake. So set stake to, go to here to variable, take the total loss, put total loss there. Total loss is supposed to be multiplied by 100, multiplied by 100, by 100, by 100, and then we're going to, instead of 100, we are supposed to do something like this. Actually, we're supposed to put this here. Okay, let me see. Let me see. No, not this one. This mark here. We're supposed to put this here, and then the 100 is supposed to come here. Make that correction, please. If you are moving with me, you can make that correction. Total loss multiplied by 100 divided by the profit, the percentage profit of the trade type you're using. So if for instance I was using let me show you how you can go to your portfolio in your account. You can just go to your portfolio and check the trade type, check the percentage profit of the trade type you're using. For example, let's say if I was to use something like digits, even, odd, yeah. digits, even odd. Let me run, see if I make a profit. Let me use a stake of 100. See if I'm going to make a profit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is done. So as you can see, I've used a stake of 100 and the profit is 96.08. 96.08, which means the percentage return is 96.08. This is quite easy because I've used a stake of 100. So if you use a stake of 0.35, I know you know mathematics, you can just see the percentage profit, and you can just see the percent. You can just convert the profit into percentage, so that you know. If you don't know if you know, I know most of you maths, it's can be so difficult. You can just go to your portfolio. You can just go to your portfolio. When the trade is running, you'll just see the, okay, for example, let me run it again here, so that I want to see if it can coincide to the portfolio here. Yeah, you see here. You see here. Percentage, do you see what it showed there? 196, 196, which means the percentage profit is 96.0, 96.08, 96.08. So since it is 96.08, I'm going to use it here. So set stake to total lost times 100 divide 96.08. Ensure that you get that correct. 96.08. 6.08. 96.08. Yeah, then we continue. 96.08 after putting the percentage profit. Now you're going to take this again. Let's put it somewhere there. Here we are going to put now our variable called Martingale split. Ensure that you change this to divide. Divide. Then you're going to remove this. Going to remove this entire that one. You're going to put this here. Then you're going to fix it here at the top. All of this is supposed to be divided by the Martingale split. So just ensure that you just do the same thing I have done. Yeah, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. You can just rewind the video and confirm everything is up to date. Everything is up to the way I have showed you. So all of this, you're supposed to divide it by the martingale split that you will be using. So if you are with me up to this point, yeah, good luck. Let's continue. Let's continue. So this is the most crucial part. Ensure that you don't miss this part, because that is the main thing of the video, main thing that we have been adding. So if you do that, then you're going to create an else of this if do statement that we have added. So just click here and then take this else, put below the if, then you can close it, yeah, and the else block will open. So what I'm going to add down here is set. We are going to set the, we're going to the variable. Take this set, put it here. So ensure that it reads set count loss, set count loss to 0. To 0, go to the math. You can take this, you put it at 0. Ensure you put it at 0, and then 0 0, and then set stake to. Go to the variable, set. You can change this to stake. Stake. Set stake to math. Okay, we are going to the variable. We're going to set it to the initial stake. Yeah, we're going to set it to the initial stake. The initial stake that we will be using, the initial stake. Yeah, so we are done with that if do statement. So we are going to add another if, the last if do statement below this one again. We're going to add the last if do statement below this one, And on this if do statement, you're going to, we're going to say that if I take this logic here, put it down here. I'm here to, and we are going to say if stake is 0.35. You know, most of the time, according to this trade type, to recover, since you're using Martingale split, sometimes it might divide the split, and the stake might be 0.35. And you know, the minimum stake on deriv you can use is 0.35. So in an event where the stake is that it has divided that it is going to execute a trade with a stake less than 0.35, you know it will not run. So if the stake is less than 0.35, what you're going to do now, let me add that statement here. If stake, you can go to variable here, can go to variable and take the stake. And the easier way, instead of just going back to variable, you can just duplicate this one. You can just duplicate any variable here and then change it to stake. And then you change it to stake. You can just duplicate any. But if you don't know how to duplicate, you just go here, you right click and you use the duplicate. You click on the duplicate, it will duplicate. If you don't know how to duplicate, you can just go to variable and take it manually. Yeah, if stake is less than, now use the less than here, is less than the minimum, which is 0.35. 0.35. 0.35. What you're going to do, you're going to set the stake to 0.35. Let the stake be at 0.35. The same thing, you can just duplicate this one, or you can just duplicate where there is set stake. You can duplicate it, come and put it there. Set stake to 0, then you change 0.35. But if you don't know how to duplicate, if it will trouble you, just go to the variable, take this stake, come put here, change it to stake, then set it to 0.35. And by so doing, we are done with this block. We are done with this fourth block. So what you're going to do, let's ensure that this variable called Martingale split and the initial stake and the stake will coincide with the board so that it will work. So we are going back to this first block to add those features here. We're going to the variable set count loss, set, can duplicate these, can just be duplicating this instead of keeping going there, keeping going back to the, just right click, click duplicate. So what I'm going to change this to stake. We're going to change this to, okay, let me change this first to initial stake. So we change this to stake, and then we change this to Martingale split. So those are the things you're going to need. So I'm going to use these here. I'm going to use this and just duplicate. It instead of going back there to get another one. And just be duplicating it. So we are going to use, let's say for instance, we use an initial stake of 10. Also set the stake to 10. Ensure that the initial stake and the stake are the same. Initial stake to 10. And you're going to use a Martingale split of maybe, let's say, 3. So ensure that also here at the stake, you add the variable called stake. Yeah. So go to variable. Here make sure that the stake is not 100. Just add the variable called stake there. And let it be there. You add that stake there. Ensure you replace this stake with stake, because you have already added the variable here that you need your stake to be 10. So ensure that this stake, the stake will be 10. So by that, I think we are done. I think you're done. Yeah, I think you're done with the addition of the Martingale split. So ensure that everything is set. Ensure that if you are creating this, you have something that looks like this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run this board to see if it is working. I'm using a Martingale split of 3, which means even if I occur a loss, let me use the one of 2, so that I don't. Let me use the Martingale split of 2, which means whenever I encounter a loss, the Martingale will be divided by 2 and it will recover all my loss. Because let me run here so that I can show you. Let me delete this history. So let it run. We see if it will be working. So it is trading on digit even. So when the last digit is odd, it will make a loss like this one. And then the Martingale split will kick in. As you can see, it has gone to the Martingale split will kick in. Okay, wait a minute. There's something I've not corrected. Let's correct. There's something that is not right. Something is not right. Initial stake is 10. Stake is 10. Martingale split is 2. So something is not right. Something is not right. Okay. Oh, the problem is here. Ensure that no, it is not supposed to be. Ensure that if you are creating this board with me, let's change this to count loss. Change this to count loss. If count loss is greater than 0, set count loss to 0. Yeah. Ensure that you change that. And another thing, come here. If total loss is less than 0, set total loss to 0. Set total loss to 0. Ensure that you change that one. That there was a mistake. If count loss is greater than 0, set count loss to 0. If total loss is less than 0, set total loss to 0. So if you had made, if you are creating with me, ensure that you change that, correct that thing. There was the mistake. Yeah. So now we can run the bot. We can run the bot. As you can see, you can run the bot and see if it will be working. So whenever you encounter a loss, and then the martingale, it will be divided by 2. If you make a loss, the martingale will keep on dividing itself by 2 until all the money you've lost is recovered. Until it is recovered. Yeah, it will divide the martingale by 2. So when you win twice, it will be recovered. Let me stop this board because it is making a lot of losses in a row. A lot of losses in a row. Yeah, and I don't know why my account is this account. Let me run it again. I want to show you how it is working. I don't know why it is showing the total profit down here. Let me run it on deriv. I can just save this bot. Let me save the bot. ABCD. I want to run it. I want to run it on deriv. ABCD. I want to run it on deriv. Let me save it. So let me run it on deriv account. Let me run it on deriv account. On deriv. I want to run it on deriv because my binary account is misbehaving. So let me run it on deriv so that I can. I've just saved the bot. Yeah, this is also a demo account on deriv. My demo account. I'm just testing this bot, this feature. So that there is the bot. This is the bot. I've just added it. As you can see, that's how I've added it. And now, as you can see, these are the features that we have added. These are the features that you have added. So let me run the bot to see if it is working. Yeah, just remember when it makes a loss, it divides the martingale split by 2. If it makes another loss, it will still divide the martingale by 2. So just know within 2 runs, all the money will be recovered. Within 2 consecutive wins, if it wins again, all the money will be recovered. Just watch down here. All the money will be recovered. Yeah, it has not won twice. If it wins twice, all the money will be recovered. So if you have a good bot, a good performing bot, yeah, this is just not the. If you have a good performing bot, you can add this feature to your bot try and try using it so that you see if the feature is working. If it wins twice, all the loss amount will be recovered. Yeah, as you can see, it has won twice and all the amount has been recovered and it has went back to the initial step. All the amount has been recovered here and the bot goes back to the initial step. That's a confirmation that it is working. And when it loses again, the martingale split will be divided by 2. Just this is to ensure that you avoid risking your account with larger stakes, with larger multiplication martingale. So this confirms that the bot is working. So yeah, just remember when it wins twice, all the money will be recovered because I'm using a martingale split of 2. Yeah, martingale split of 2. Yeah, just remember this is not this is not a bot. This is the default bot. When you open an account on Binary, this the default bot is the one that I've set. Just don't worry about the performance. Don't worry about the performance of the bot. Okay, that's how the bot is working as you have seen. So the feature is working. So the bot, let me try to use the odd one. Let me try to change it to odd so that we get clear performance. Let me try to change it to odd. So the initial stake is 10. It will always start with the initial stake. Depending on the initial stake that you will be using, it will start with the initial stake, yeah? And when it wins, it will just continue with the initial stake when the bot makes a win, as you can see here. When it wins, it just continues with the initial stake. It means that the market, many digits are odd, and when it loses, yeah, the martingale split, it is divided by 2. So when it loses, the martingale will still be divided by 2, which means at this case, to recover all the money, we'll have needed to use a martingale of more than 14 here, but it is divided by 2. At this point, we will have used a martingale of more than 24, but it is divided by 2, we are using 12. And then it will use 12 again. When it wins, all the money will be recovered and we go back to the initial stake. So the bot is working very well. It has win, all the money has been recovered twice and it goes back to the initial stake of 10. So the bot is working, guys. Yeah, and when you use a martingale split of 3 or 4 or even 10 or even 5, when you use a martingale split of 3, which that means that the bot will be covered in 3 steps of martingale. When you use 5, it will be recovered in 5. When you use 1, even use 1, it will be recovered in 1. Yeah? It depends with the bot that you're using. Let me use 1 to show you that it is going to be recovered in 1. Let me try to use 1. So now when I try and use 1, if you make a loss, So when you make a loss, it will be recovered in just one step. Yeah. So any one win will recover all the amount because I'm not using any martingale split. So here, yeah, so you can see here, it has recovered the 10 plus 10.41 is 20.41. As you can see, 20.41 here has been recovered. So because I'm using a martingale split of 1, 10 plus 10.41 is 20.41 and it has been recovered. So the bot is working very well. So thank you very much for watching my video. I know it has been long. Thank you for watching it till the end. Ensure that you add the feature, use it on your bot, and start making money with bots. Yeah, stop risking your account. Stop blowing your account. Just use the martingale split, and you'll be a little much profitable. So thank you very much. Consider subscribing if you're new to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll always be notified whenever I upload a video. And thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Stay safe.